Good morning, students. In today's maths class, we are going to do the examples of conjugate of a complex number. Okay, let us recall what is conjugate of a complex number. That we know that if z is equal to x plus iy, conjugate we will denote it as z bar, and that is just change the symbol of I. If it is plus I, we have to give minus I. If it is minus, we will give plus. And we know that real part of z is x and the imaginary part of z is y. The same way, real part of z bar, that also x, imaginary part of z bar is equal to minus is there, isn't it? So minus y. So when real part is there, the conjugate of a real part is always the same number. There will be no change. For example, the conjugate of 2, again that is 2 only. There is no change in the real part. Is that clear? And moreover, we have learned z into z bar. That is x plus iy into x minus iy. That also we learned. When we have the product of a complex number and its conjugate is always a real number. The product of a complex number and its conjugate is always a real number. Again, we are not going to get a complex number. Okay, see here, this is of the form a plus b into a minus b. So we will be getting a square minus b square, or x square minus I square into y square. We know the value of I square is equal to minus 1. So we may get x square. Minus of minus 1 is plus y square. So wherever we are getting the product of a complex number and its conjugate, we can directly write it x square plus y square. I hope now we can move to the problem. See, example 2.3. Write 3 plus 4i by 5 minus 12i in the x plus iy form. Either they can give in the x plus iy form or in rectangular form. Rectangular form means also the same thing. We have to bring it in x plus iy. Hence, find its real and imaginary part. Real and imaginary part. So first we have to simplify this and bring it into the form x plus iy. It's a simple solution. So 3 plus 4i by 5 minus 12i is equal to. So rationalizing the denominator. The same way here also in the denominator complex number is there, that we have to remove it. In order to remove that, we have to take the conjugate and multiply both numerator and denominator. Conjugate means this minus I, isn't it? It will become plus I. So I may get 5 plus 12i divided by 5 plus 12i. Value is not getting changed, isn't it? Now see here, product of a complex number and its conjugate. So here directly I can write denominator is 5 square plus 12 square. Okay, numerator also you can use the formula or else ordinary multiplication. 3 into 5, 15 plus 4i into 5, that is 4 into 5, 20, 20i. Now 3 into 12i, 3 into 12, 36i. Now plus 4 into 12, 48, I into I is I square. We know the value of I square equal to minus 1, isn't it? Here denominator 5 square 25 plus 12 square 144. So here 15, 20i plus 36i, that is 56i. I square is minus 1, isn't it? So we may get minus 48. Now 15 minus 48. How much more we will be getting? 33. What 33? That is minus 33 plus 56i divided by 25 plus 144 is 169. So now I am going to write it as, see, minus 33 by 169 plus I into 56 by 169. Is that clear? This is of the form x plus I y. So in the question it was asked, hence find its real and imaginary part. So we can write the real part is, that is minus 33 by 169. Then the imaginary part. Imaginary part is equal to 56 by 169. Is it clear? Shall we move to the next problem? Say example 2.4. Simplify 1 plus I by 1 minus I the whole cube minus 1 minus I by 1 plus I the whole cube into rectangular form. Rectangular form is nothing but x plus iy form. Okay. See this 1 plus I by 1 minus I, and this is the reciprocal of this, isn't it? Okay, so first we can find it out what is this, then it will be easy for us. So 1 plus I by 1 minus I. So when in the denominator, when a complex number is there, we have to take the conjugate and multiply both numerator and denominator. So 1 minus I, the conjugate will be 1 plus I. So here a minus b into a plus b. That is, we can write it 1 square plus 1 square, isn't it? Because x square plus y square. Numerator you see 1 plus I, 1 plus I. Same, so 1 plus I the whole square. So denominator, this is 1 plus 1, this is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So 1 plus 2i, I square the value is minus 1 divided by 2. See, minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. Now 2i by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled and our answer is I. Isn't it? Now the same way, see, 1 plus I, 1 minus I by 1 plus I is equal to, I can write it as 1 plus I by 1 minus I the whole inverse. Or else you can find in the same manner. Okay. Since we have the value, I have written it as this 1 plus I by 1 minus I the whole inverse. That is, I can write it as 1 by I. This is I means this answer is 1 by I. 1 by I, or else even you can write it as I the whole inverse. Isn't it? I power minus 1. We know that the value of I power minus 1 is minus I. Or as I said, 1 by I into I by I. That is I by I square. We know the value of I square is minus 1. So we will be getting that as minus I. Okay. In that time, if you couldn't remember the direct answer, you simplify it and write it. Okay. Minus I. Now I am taking down the question, that is 1 plus I by 1 minus I the whole cube minus 1 minus I by 1 plus I the whole cube. So actually this is I cube minus this is minus I the whole cube. So we may get it as I cube, this is minus, again we may get a minus, isn't it? So plus I cube. We know the value of I cube is minus I. Again minus I. Therefore the answer is minus 2I. Or else you can write it 0 minus 2I. Because they have asked you to write it in rectangular form. Is that clear? We have to simplify and bring it into a complex number. The next example is example 2.5. If z plus 3 by z minus 5i is equal to 1 plus 4i divided by 2. Find the complex number z in the rectangular form. See, if z plus 3 by z minus 5i is equal to 1 plus 4i by 2, find the complex number z in the rectangular form. This z we have to find it. See, z plus 3 by z minus 5i is equal to 1 plus 4i divided by 2. Just cross multiply and find it out z first. So, 2 into z plus 3 is equal to z minus 5i into 1 plus 4i. So, first we can find it out what is z. See, I have just multiplied 2 into z plus 2 into 3 is 6. Now, z into 1 plus 4i minus 5i into 1 plus 4i. Actually, z we need, isn't it? So, bring the z to one side. So, 2z minus z into 1 plus 4i is equal to minus 5i into I is minus 5i, minus into plus minus 5 into 4 20, I into I is I square, and this plus is 6 when it comes to next side, that is minus 6. Now take the z outside. 2 minus 1 minus 4i is equal to minus 6 minus 5i. I square the value is minus 1. So, this will become plus 20. So, z into 2 minus 1, that is 1 minus 4i equal to 20 minus 6 is 14 minus 5i. Now, we have got it z. Z is equal to 14 minus 5i divided by 1 minus 4i. So, the question is find the complex number z in the rectangular form. In the rectangular form in the sense x plus iy. Denominator, it should not be a complex number. So, we have to simplify this. So, in order to simplify, see 14 minus 5i by 1 minus 4i into, we know that we have to take the conjugate and multiply both numerator and denominator. So, 1 plus 4i by 1 plus 4i. So, this is x plus iy into x minus iy, x square plus y square. So, 1 square plus 4 square. Numerator we can multiply 14 into 1, 14 minus 5i plus 14 into 4, that is 56i, minus into plus minus 5 into 4, 20, 20i square. Now, this is denominator 1 plus 16, numerator 14, minus 5i plus 56i, that is plus 51i. I square the value is minus 1. So, it will become plus 20. So, 20 plus 14, 34 plus 51i divided by 17. Now, we can separate it, isn't it? 34 by 17 plus 51i by 17. See, this both is divisible, so we can divide it. 117 is 17, 2 17s are 34. 117 is 17, 3 17s are 51. So, we have got it, z is equal to 2 plus 3i or 2 plus I into 3. Is that clear? Simple problems only, isn't it? See next example 2.6. If z1 3 minus 2i and z2 6 plus 4i, find z1 by z2 in the rectangular form. The same way x plus iy form we have to bring it. See z1 by z2, that is 3 minus 2i by 6 plus 4i. What we should do, ma? We have to take the conjugate, multiply both numerator and denominator, that is 3 minus 2i by 6 plus 4i into conjugate of this is 6 minus 4i divided by 6 minus 4i. Actually, this is x plus iy into x minus iy. So, x square plus y square, 6 square plus 4 square. Multiply this 3 into 6, 18 minus 2i into 6, that is minus 12i. Now 3 into minus 4i minus 12i, minus into minus plus 2i into 4i, that is 8i square. So one more step if we write, that is 6 square 36 plus 4 square 16. Now this is 18 minus 12i, that is minus 24i. This is plus 8 square. Sorry, this is I square, the value is minus 1. So we will be getting that is minus 8. Now 18 minus 8, 10. 10 minus 24i divided by 56. See, 18 minus 8, 10 minus 24i by 36 plus 16, 46, that is 52. See, 10 minus 24i by 52. Now we can separate 10 by 52 minus 24 by 52i. This is divisible by 2. 5 2s are 10. Here 2, 6. Here this also divisible by 2. 12, 26. Again it is divisible by 2. So 6, 13. So our answer is 5 by 26 minus 6 by 13i. Is that clear? See the next one, example 2.7. Find Z inverse if Z is equal to 2 plus 3i into 1 minus I. So first we wanted to know what is Z. This Z we will simplify and then we will find it out what is Z inverse. See, Z is equal to 2 plus 3i into 1 minus I. Shall we multiply? This is 2 plus 3i. 2 into minus I is minus 2i. This is minus 3i square. So 2 plus I square, the value is minus 1. So it will become plus 3. So we have got it 5 plus I. Now we can find it out Z inverse. Now Z inverse is equal to, we know that is 1 by Z. 1 by Z, that is 1 by 5 plus I. So in order to simplify, we have to take the conjugate and multiply both numerator and denominator. So here x square plus y square. So 5 square plus 1 square. Numerator, that is 1 into 5 minus I is 5 minus I. So 5 minus I by, this is 25 plus 1. So we may get it 5 minus I by 26 or 5 by 26 minus I into 1 by 26. Do you all understood this? Okay, now one more 5-mark example is there, the biggest one. Before going to that, we will do some problems from the exercise. Okay. Exercise 2.4. Write the following in the rectangular form. 3 subdivisions are there. See. First one is 5 plus 9i plus 2 minus 4i, the whole bar. You can separate the bar, isn't it? So afterwards it will become 5 minus 9i and it will become 2 plus 4i. Add it and write the answer. Okay. So this 2 problem is homework for you. And for this the answer will be 7 minus 4i. Sorry, 5i. And for this the answer is 5 by 4 into I minus 5 by 4 into, 5 by 4 minus 5 by 4i. Or even you can take it as common, 5 by 4 into 1 minus I. Is that clear? These 2 you have to do it as homework. Now for this third subdivision I am going to do. Okay. See, 3i bar plus 1 by 2 minus I. See here 3i bar. conjugate of this, isn't it? Only symbol of I will change. Here there is no real number. So this is minus 3i. Plus 1 by 2 minus I. What we should do? In the denominator we have a conjugate number. So take the conjugate and multiply both numerator and denominator. So this is minus 3i plus, this is 2 plus I by denominator, x plus iy into x minus iy. So x square plus y square, 2 square plus 1 square. So this is minus 3i plus 2 plus I by 2 square, 4 plus, this is 1 square is 1. So minus 3i plus 2 plus I by 5. Now shall we take the LCM? In order to simplify, we should take LCM. The LCM is 5. Here there is no denominator, so we have to multiply. So we may get minus 15i plus 2 plus I. So this is 2 minus 15i plus I is minus 14i divided by 5, or 2 by 5 minus 14 by 5 into I, or I into 14 by 5. Is that clear? Shall we move to the next problem? The second problem, if z is equal to x plus iy, find the following in rectangular form. So first we have to write in rectangular form, and we should write what is real part of 1 by z, then real part of I into z bar, then imaginary part of 3z plus 4z bar minus 4i. Shall we find it out? See, solution for subdivision 1. So first we need what is 1 by z, or even directly you can write real part of 1 by z is equal to real part of 1 by x plus iy. That's what given for z. So anyway, in the denominator x plus iy is there. What we should do? Take the conjugate and multiply both numerator and denominator. So x minus iy by x minus iy. So real part of x minus iy by conjugate and its the complex number and its conjugate. So x square plus y square. So if I write directly, see x by x square plus y square minus I into y by x square plus y square. But what we need? Only the real part. Here the real part is, this is the one, that is x by x square plus y square. Is that clear? Now the second subdivision is real part of I into z bar. That is real part of I into x plus iy the whole bar. So real part of I into x plus iy the whole bar, the conjugate is x minus iy. Now we can multiply with I. This is I into x minus I into I square into y. Now we know that the value of I square is minus 1. So it will become plus y. Now what is that real part of ix plus y? This is the one without the imaginary unit I. So the real part is y. Is that clear? Now the third subdivision is imaginary part of 3z plus 4z bar minus 4i. This, see, 3 into z x plus iy plus 4 into z bar x minus iy minus 4i. Simplify first and then we can write that. See, 3x plus 3y into I plus 4x minus 4y into I minus 4i. So actually the imaginary part means only with the I, isn't it? So anyway, let me write it. 3x plus 4x, 7x. 3yi minus 4yi, that is minus y into I minus 4i. So we know that imaginary part means the part with the imaginary unit. So this 2 has the imaginary unit. So we can write it minus y minus 4. Real part means we might have written as 7x. Since this is imaginary part, we have to write the coefficient of the imaginary unit, that is minus 4 minus y. Is that clear? Listen, the third problem, if z1 equal to 2 minus I and z2 is equal to minus 4 plus 3i, find the inverse of z1 into z2 and z1 by z2. See, z1, z2, the whole inverse we have to find out. So first we should find it out what is z1 into z2. Then find it out the inverse. Inverse means 1 by the value, isn't it? After simplifying, you will get the answer minus 1 by 25 minus I into 2 by 25. Okay. So the next one, z1 by z2, you have to find it out first. Then find out the inverse, that is 1 by that value. Okay. Or else directly even you can find it out. z1 by z2, the whole inverse, that is equal to, what we may get it 1 by z1 by z2, isn't it? Or else z2 by z1. Then simplify, you will get this answer. Okay, any one method. This, no way, you have to multiply this and then only you can find out the inverse. For this, instead of finding z1 by z2 first, you can write this inverse is equal to 1 by z1 by z2. Write it in reciprocal. So we may get it z2 by z1. Then you will get this answer. Okay, minus 11 by 5 plus I into 2 by 5. So I have given two problems as homework. That is first problem, first two subdivisions, and this third problem. So write the notes, everything in your classwork note, and do this homework also in the note. Okay. Be safe. Thank you, students. See you in the next class. Bye-bye.